Okay. Hey, that's not bad. It's not bad. All right. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a quick live. I have groceries in the car. They're in packed thermal insulated bags with ice packs, so the ice cream won't melt. I won't have a fit. Who melted the ice cream? No, I didn't buy ice cream. Um, and when I get home, I unpack the groceries right away instead of going to my computer to go live. But also, I'm going to the Red Sox game this evening. So um, I won't be going live tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Jenny, hi. Jenny, thank you so much for coming up last night. What a wonderful day. Draining, but what a wonderful, wonderful day we had yesterday in remembrance and honoring all those who've lost their lives to drug overdoses, and also praying for those who are struggling, and praying for those who are in recovery. Knitting, thank you so much for coming up on panel last night. I just didn't do a little work and saw you go live. Hi, Debbie. So I know I said I would probably never cover Letecia now that I know the baby's safe, but I do want to do some afterthoughts on her mindset, um, because I think it's very critical in these days since she's given birth, because I believe she's at high risk for, hey, everyone, she's at high risk for postpartum depression, due to her mental health issue of, well, I don't know, she's got BPD, so maybe she really doesn't care. Um, I find it ironic. Her most recent video was one in the dark in her car, where she all of a sudden always loved that baby. Hey, Deb on the move. Always loved that baby. I hope you can hear me all right. I have the AC coming up to my vent so my phone doesn't get overheated. So hopefully that will help. If not, it's going to say, cool down your phone. Um, all I could think of were those pivotal moments when she would do videos while pregnant with that baby, how she wanted to kill it. And it wasn't just one video. And we all know why she did it. She may not have meant it, but she was doing these videos for her ongoing revenge against the alleged father, the shock value, to get him to come rescue her on his white horse, pick her up tandem style, and trot off into the most beautiful sunset, the horizon, and live happily ever after. Okay? Letecia loves the camera. She loves listening to herself talk. She justifies in her own mind that everything she says in her mind is justifiable. Letecia is now on this kick. They stole my baby. If she can do a live stream for over an hour and talk about fighting for, why she should have her baby, why didn't she show up to the court yesterday at 1:30 p.m. her time and fight for her baby? You see what I mean? Her excuse now is the documents that she received in writing. Get this. Her excuse now is, I was never very good at reading when I was in school. So I don't read. Not that she doesn't read well, but for some reason, again, due to trauma, she can't comprehend. So she's justified. She's got so many excuses. The endless, hat where you find the rabbits in. Endless. It is the deepest hat of tricks and excuses that this girl has. I found her very honest when she was crying, but then said something like, I didn't know him anyways, or words to that effect. Was in a cold emotional state blocking their previous painful feelings. Yeah. With her hyper intelligence and her Catholic education, yes, let it go, right? Blames everybody. Why didn't they get me housing? Why didn't they get me therapy? Letecia, we all know that during your pregnancy, you had ample opportunities to get help. But you think everyone is going to come to you, okay? That you don't have to lift a finger. And that's not how life works. Life is not fair. Nobody ever said life was fair. It's not. Life is not fair. So if you're living in this utopia where you think, people are going to rally up for you, pull together, buy you a house, grow your food. If you ever read Thomas More's Utopia, it is an excellent book to read. And you'll find with a utopia environment, it would never sustain. It would fail. And I'm not going to give the ending or whatever. Read the book. Read Thomas More's Utopia. But all I can hear in my head are those clips of her wanting to harm her baby, snap her baby's neck, present it to him in a garbage bag, throw it in a dumpster, referring to the baby as a bastard child, garbage, trash, a demon. And all of a sudden, she loves her baby. It's like the little boy who cried wolf. And I am not going to blame mental health on this. This is pure manipulation on her part. She's a smart girl. BPD is an unbelievable disorder, and we all saw it through the Johnny Depp trial with Amber Heard, right? Amber Heard is relentless, will never take responsibility, has an excuse for everything, very quick-minded to open her mouth with an excuse. It's unbelievable. And cannot see or probably realizes her wrongs, but will never admit it. Black Eagle, what you doing? You whipped? I didn't get her knocked up. She got herself knocked up, and I think she'll be knocked up again. Oh, yeah, right? She said it, let it go the other night. I want to get a boyfriend, but I can't have sex for 6 weeks because she just had a baby. Well, I'll tell you something. After my babies, I didn't even wait 6 weeks. I don't even know why they say 6 weeks. Sometimes people can see right away, and you've got the quote-unquote Irish twins born 9 months apart. So, I don't think Letecia is the one that's going to wait 6 weeks. A hell of a lie. Yeah, right? But she was supposed to show up to court yesterday. Not even show up physically. It was a Zoom hearing. No, not going to do it. Not going to do it. Because she knows. She knows what the wrongs she did. Star Wars, don't come in here and start, okay? All right? My God, what? What, Mila? What? She wouldn't give up weed for her daughter. Why would she give it up for her son? Right, there's a huge statement to the courts. Right, but she can She can put up a debate when she goes live herself. Why can't she take that debate right to court, you know, and fight for her son with whom she says she loves so very much? So very much. So she backtracks on that bicycle, but that chain is off long ago. Hey Tracy, how are you? That bicycle chain, those pedals are off. So, now she's on this kick that if that child's not going to have a chance because it's going to be bottle fed. So for any of us who are bottle fed, uh, we're screwed. Screwed. We couldn't bond. I was adopted. Certainly, my foster mother didn't breastfeed me unless she had a baby, but she didn't because I searched for my foster mother. She was an Irish immigrant, wonderful lady, and she had me for 6 months, and I got more love and nurturing and bonding with my adopted family than she could ever imagine. Yeah. Anyone bottle fed here? Press one. You okay? You okay, y'alls? Alls and y'alls? You alright? I was so attached to my mom growing up. I didn't want to ever leave her, even to go to school. I wanted to be with her. And I remember when I was little, sitting on my mother's lap, and I remember this, telling her, when I get older, Mommy, I want to marry you. Remember that. I must have been 4. Black Eagle had to almost go to get to court to get your kid off your tits. Jenny, really interesting. Hey, Zelda. Yes, I am beyond blessed. I am beyond blessed. And I am so thankful for being the chosen one. Really, I am. And I'm thankful, eternally thankful to my birth mother for giving me life and relinquishing me. Very, selfless act made out of love to relinquish your child. God bless our beautiful moms. Yeah, yeah. Nurse 5. Jeez, Black Eagle. I like Black Eagle's comments that she nearly had to go to court to get her kid off her tit. So unfortunately, Letitia's all for the camera, and it's like the little boy who cried wolf, and she knows damn well her actions got her into this predicament. And if it weren't for this community as a whole, and I'm including creators like Original Owl, Adonis Paul, Miss Moonbear, and other people, there's so many, we don't know what would have happened to that baby if we didn't come together as a community and do what was right. And I always say it, I'm so proud of everyone who did what was right. Yeah, Black Eagle. Most selfless act, relinquishing a child, is something I struggled with when I was 17 when my son was born, alone and being pressured to give him up. I just couldn't do it. May have been better. I don't know. Zelda, you're on the journey you're on. Okay? I don't look back. I used to look back and say, well, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But I realized as I become older, a little bit wiser, that, you know what? My journey, wherever it has taken me, was meant to be. It truly was. Um, call it a divine intervention, call it God giving me these paths. I don't believe in coincidence, but just the path I chose. And remember, Zelda, I sent you that screenshot of I took the road less traveled, and I don't know where the fuck I am. Right? Right? We always don't know the path we take, where we're going to end up. So, but I look back and I wouldn't be where I am today, nor who I am today, without the choices I made, whether they were wrong or right. So I think you made the right choice for you at that time. And I think of like, if I didn't make the choices I made, I wouldn't have met the people I met, nor would I have had the children I had. So, yeah. Hey, Denise, how are you? Welcome, everyone. Um, so I believe Letecia, she's hurting. And I think her, like I said, her own words put her in the predicament she's in. She sat back the entire 9 months and did nothing but go on camera and bitch. And the focus was the alleged father, not us. That was her revenge. Her revenge started knowing she was ovulating, wanting a family, thinking if someone just provided for her, all her problems would go away. She felt alone. And I truly believe she set herself out to get pregnant. She was offered the plan B. She could have gotten it at Walmart for under $20. She had $50. She didn't put it in her gas tank, the 50 that the alleged father gave her, because the day before she filled her gas tank up. And she didn't travel far. She also says she's been to every single baby OB appointment, prenatal. That is not true. That is not true. She took $130 from a subscriber who donated it to her because she said she didn't have a way to the doctor's appointment, the gas, nor food. And the next day she came on and admitted she did not go. She was angry at them. Why should I? Why should I go? She took that $130 and purchased weed. So, she is very, very BPD. Very BPD. All she had to do was ask for help. So simple. But she made it so hard. She could have gotten placed in a shelter. Right. And she did go to a shelter. She did in the middle of her pregnancy. But she doesn't want to follow other people's rules. It's the bottom line. If it's not Leticia's way, it's no way. At that point, if she had stayed in that shelter, they would have provided her with resources and helped her. I've been to women's shelters as a nurse where there are mothers and their babies waiting for housing. It's a very humbling experience. But you gotta bend a little bit, and Letecia don't want to bend. She will never bend for anyone. Being ignorant of potential consequences will not protect you from experiencing them. So you don't choose wisely between her and her baby, right? Yeah, so it's just, you sit there and you're like, I can't believe she's really saying this. All I did was love that baby the entire pregnancy when we all know what she said. But that is BPD. That is borderline personality disorder. Think about, again, the Johnny Depp trial and Amber Heard. They won't budge for nothing or no one, even in a court of law. Amber Heard lied under oath. She perjured herself over and over, just so she could be right. She was nasty. Nasty. Right, let it go. She called that baby everything but a child of God. She threatened to kill it, said she had a box in the back to put it in and bury it. And that was directed toward the alleged father. But the bottom line is the end result is her own words. You know, that saying, shooting yourself in the foot. That's Letecia. She shot herself in the foot and she's not realizing even that this is why she lost her second child. I am concerned for her, to be honest with you. I hope she doesn't do something stupid. But then again, the saving grace is people with BPD don't tend to want to harm themselves to the extent where they actually are successful. Um, they're too egotistical. They're too self-serving, you know. Oh, this baby was going to be a meal ticket, more donuts. Yeah, let me explain something. When Mommy Ramblings spoke about, Letecia could have found a couple to adopt that baby who would have paid her thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. We all know that's called human trafficking, and that is a crime. That is a crime. You would go to prison for doing that. Okay? If you were to become pregnant and walk down the street or made some phone calls, you want my baby? Yeah, my husband and I, we've been trying for years. We can't conceive. Of course, we would love your baby. You know, okay, but I want money for her. Okay, we'll give you anything because we're desperate, you know? So even with the best of intentions, that is human trafficking. That is illegal. Why would you ever suggest that to anybody? Sell your baby. She wanted the baby to suffer in a foster home. She said it needed to suffer. Yes, let it go. Remember that one too? I hope the baby goes to the foster system so it will get all messed up. I don't know. I was in the foster system for 6 months. My foster mother took in over 100 infants. And when I met her, she knew who I was without even me telling her. I just walked up to her door one day. Knock, knock. And I said, "How did you know me?" And she said, "Because out of all the children and infants she took care of, it was me she wanted to adopt. But back then you couldn't adopt." Um, and she said she could tell by looking at my eyes. And I was like, wow. So not all some foster homes are bad, I'll agree, but most of them, we always hear the bad, right? But there's more good than there is bad foster homes. You never told me. Yeah, I met my foster mother. Are you kidding? I wouldn't have passed that up. And she allowed my birth parents to visit, which was against the rules. But she said to me, "I knew your birth mother and birth father loved you so much, and I knew they were under pressure from other people. I let them visit and hold you." And I was like, wow, wow. Because I knew my life from 6 months on, but from birth to 6 months was still a void. So I'm like, why not? I'll go find my foster mother and ask her. And I did. The more time passes, the more damage Merck does to herself and others. Yeah. Well, as far as Merv, to be honest with you, and I'm going to talk about this at my next live. We've had lots of ex-Ramblers come up on panel, on my panel, BBTs, um, and I think I don't follow Natasha a lot, and maybe they've gone on Natasha's. Um, but my my goal it was to get people who were hurt, who were victims, and get so they have a place to talk and not be injured in order to move forward. And that is my hope that we can move forward, never discuss her again, no matter what. But if she does do real life things, that's a different story. And I will tell you, if anybody goes to court or is summoned to court, so either way, if you're going to court to press charges against her or she has sent you to court, you let me know because I'm going to be one of the first people there to support you. I'll be one of the first. I don't care where it is. You let me know, and I'm getting a plane ticket. Sweet Beldelia, how are you? Does Natasha have a YouTube channel? Yeah, she does. It's called Bow to the Queen. Bow to the Queen. Yes, she does. And another thing, wasn't it weird the other night when Merv was live and all of a sudden she's like, I thought my computer was being hacked. I see this cursor going on and I'm like, Natasha's channel is up. Like Merv is in her like creator studio jumping around looking for whatever on Natasha. I gotta look at it again because I don't know if she was on my crap too. It's like during her live stream. She needs to leave Natasha alone, I'll tell you that. And I hope that Natasha would just at least get a stay away order to start with. Because I so would have done it long ago. I would have been like, oh, no, 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 Merv. No. Because of what Merv has done to Natasha. Natasha can prove that she's harmed her channel. And we've seen the long form strikes from Mommy Ramblings to Natasha. She's lost her channels. And if you don't like what she does or her asking for donations or fundraisers, so what? Then don't watch her. Period. Period. You focus on your own channel. Carolyn records every single thing. Hey, Infamous Hooker, how are ya? Good to see ya. They speculated last night on Tasha's live that you were hacked. I'm not sure. I have to go back. I have to go back to my own live stream and look at it. At first, I thought I was, and then I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, she's showing. She has like a shared screen, I think, wherever she was, but she was going into other people's information. I think it was Natasha's creator studio. That's a hack. That's an absolute hack. But again, I have to go back and look, and honestly, I haven't. Who, me, Hooker? Definitely, I saw Natasha's info, like stuff. She needs to leave Natasha alone. She's obsessed. And the thing is, what she's doing, what Merv is doing is illegal. Apparently, she doesn't fear the law. She doesn't fear the law. So when she gets charges thrown at her, I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And again, whoever has to go to court, Either, if she's bringing you to court, or you're bringing her to court, you let me know. I'll be there. A lot of people will be there, not just me, but I know I will definitely be there. My schedule is open. What is Slack? What it's used for? Sweet. Slack is it's like Discord, but Slack is more for businesses, and it allows the administrator more privileges, more control. Um, they can edit your comments. They can get much more information. You can't leave, like if you like, oh, I don't want to be in Discord anymore. Discord, you just leave. Slack, you can leave, but you can't deactivate your account unless the administrator, who would be the owner of Slack, would have to delete it. So you're still in there, and people like think, oh, she's still here. She never left. And they can also go in and write comments on your behalf. It's pretty I don't know anyone on YouTube that has Slack. It's always been Discord. Slack is an acronym for something, 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 something knowledge. I know the last K, knowledge, but it's more business orientated. And I don't think she uses it for business. You know what I mean? Like from the screenshots and stuff, it just looks like it's used for smack. My option tanked on MRB. My opinion tanked after I saw what she did in her call to Natasha. I'm so angry. This is so evil. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, you don't have to like Natasha. You don't have to like anybody, right? But when people start going real life and affecting someone's livelihood, and look at if she's asking for donations or fundraisers and people are donating to her, why that is not a crime. That is not a crime. If she wants to go to the casino or do whatever she wants, right? She'll say it. Please donate to my casino fund, and people do. So how is that a crime? How is that a scam or you know running a fundraiser under false pretenses? That is so Merv doing that. She's obsessed with her. She's obsessed with Natasha. Hey, Joanne. Joanne, I haven't talked to Bree yet, but if I do speak to her, I will definitely let her know that you're in her area. Hey, tinfoil is the new black. Oh, Shauna. Hello, everyone. Sorry if I missed anyone. So, and you would think Jimmy would step up to the plate and say, hey, dear, uh, you may want to back off of Natasha because what you're doing, it's gotten to the point where, you're going to be charged, right, right. But I'm thinking Jimmy can't say anything, anything. He's so pussy whipped, completely pussy whipped. Pardon my language, but I don't know how else to put it. I think Jimmy is just focusing on his own way out, like so he probably can't even think straight anymore. And someone was mentioning how I wasn't watching Merv yesterday, but someone was mentioning, she went hours at this water park to do a promotional video that she was hired for, asked to do from the park. Look at, look at. These parks do not need to reach out to the lay people or the bloggers. They hire actors and they consult with marketing teams. There's a lot more. You just don't get somebody from YouTube and say, hey, you want to come to our water park and just film while it's muted, to promote our water park? Come on. Stop it, Merv. Stop it. Just stop it. Jimmy went on the Diane and Wendy channel to defend Carolyn against Jot and BBT. Yeah, that was a while ago, right? And if you're gonna, and she claims to be a professional photographer, so why isn't she using these higher end underwater waterproof cameras? Cameras, the Nikons, the Canons. I mean, there are phenomenal cameras out there, noise cancellation cameras, where you can still get the splashing sound. I mean, I can go on and on about and I'm not a professional, but I know a lot about cameras because there's some people in my family that have them. I know people who have them, um, who are professionals, especially when I was in Maui. I met a lot of professional photographers underwater. It was phenomenal. And um, a GoPro? Come on. Did anyone call the water to confirm? Oh, my Bluetooth just disconnected. Let me know if you can still hear me. I have no idea. Why? Were they going to call the water park? You don't have to call the water park to confirm. I know right away that that is not how you do. You get someone to do a promo for you. It just isn't. Thank you, Joanne. It just isn't. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Oh my god. And why is she film? So it was a promo while she was doing. She was live streaming, right? She needs. I saw the clip from Hell to the Nose. She needs to, with any event with your kids, like when I went into the North End with my children the other day, we had a blast. We were there from around noontime until 8 o'clock at night. I went live for a little bit just to show you guys a little bit of the culture of the North End. It wasn't, a great one, but I want to live my life through my own eyes and not through a camera. When it comes to being with my family, because those, you just don't live your life through a camera lens, and don't emulate that to your children. They're so used to that camera in front of them, You want to remember your mother's eyes, right? Right? Because eyes are the window to the soul. What the hell are you looking in the camera as a kid? Hi, Mom. I love you, Mom. If I can see you, Mom. I know you're behind the camera, Mom. Come on. She was muted because of the music playing. But if she's doing a promo, I would think the water park would have okayed that. If anything, it's a copyright claim. It's not a strike on your channel. Meaning that her views would go, like, say, it's a song and she gets a copyright claim for it. All of the views she gets goes to the music artist. So it doesn't affect the promotion, okay? So she didn't have to mute it. Like, I was at that event last night and they had songs playing in remembrance of those who we lost to an overdose. There were 2 songs and I got 2 copyright claims. They were not strikes. So any views I get on that, any earnings, goes right to that music artist. You see, it doesn't, some songs are blocked completely and you can't even upload. But if she has it on a GoPro and she's there to do a promo for the water park, what does it matter that it's on her live stream? Like, say there was music and it's blocked in the entire country so that they wouldn't show the video. She has it on a GoPro, so it's a promo video. and it could be edited later, right? With sophisticated professional photography equipment to even keep it the same, but get rid of the music only. You know what I mean? So I'm not buying it. No. Black Eagle, Letecia was going to post her birth on YouTube if she had the baby in her vehicle. Yep. I don't do Facebook. So if I were to ever like want to buy something off of Herb's auction things or whatever, first of all, I can't because she has me blocked. Never been to her. Never commented. I think maybe once I tried when I realized I was blocked. But I don't have Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. I play around with Snapchat, but I don't have an account. What else is there? I do have DNA I can provide, but no, to verify if I'm a real person, that's what she wants. Instead of just PayPaling her, you know, hey, here's 25 bucks, I really like that cup. You know, can you send it to me? Here's my address. No, it's not good enough for her. She wants to know if you're real. Well, when I purchase something in a store, the clerk doesn't say to me, are you real? Can I see your Facebook page? Come on. She wants your data so she can sell it to these companies who sell your data. She gets paid for that. Almost famous. So respectful can't help it. Black Eagle, I'm sure you're beautiful without that mask. I'm sorry this morning. Black Eagle is wonderful. Yes, Black Eagle and I have met. We've met. And we're going to meet again. Hopefully in September. If not, definitely October. You're not fugly. You were so beautiful. You just see her eyes. OMG. OMG. You're just too lazy to take another picture. Well, when we get together again, I'll take a picture. We'll hire a professional photographer. How's about that? Reach out to Merv. That's right. So I'm hoping that, as I was saying, I'm hoping that once people feel comfortable and they've spoken out about their experience with Merv, and they're all very lovely, lovely people. They truly are. And I'm grateful that they came to my channel to share, and I in turn feel like I've made new friends, you know, and I feel safe with them. And I love their channels. Nana Patty's cooking channel. I can't wait to go out and grab some ingredients and be part of that, you know. So at one point it will be a glorious day when we don't have to talk about her anymore. But my channel is also it's more for people to speak out about their experience, you know. Great 5 years later. Shauna, it's so good to have you here. Thank you. White Rabbit, the stuff on the auction is always cheaper on eBay. Well, at least every time I checked items there. Yeah, well, you know, these people online, whoever it is, have, you know, want to make a profit, and there are actually, you know, people out there who won't think to look elsewhere, or they don't mind paying a little bit more just to support the channel, you know. But you got to be careful, because if you don't know the person, you can really get into a lot of trouble. And always, 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 when you pay someone, anybody, for an item, for a transaction through PayPal, please do it under goods and services. Okay, that way you are protected, the seller is protected. If it comes damaged, broken, if you need to report them for whatever to the BBB or whatever, you have a legit claim because it's under purchase and sales or whatever it is. To do it other than that is it's wrong. It's a business. They should have a tax ID and they have to file taxes. So when you do it not under goods and services, it's like paying someone under the table. So it's mostly to protect you as the buyer. Yeah. I know someone recently who got scammed into buying something off of this company that seemed to be legit. It was for a tool, never was received. It was paid for through PayPal, through goods and services, and a claim was put into PayPal for fraudulent activity, whatever, by the buyer, and PayPal reimbursed this person, and it was, I think, a little bit over $100. So, and PayPal reimbursed. If it was done not under goods and services, it would have been, sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. Okay? So even if your item got lost in the mail through no fault of the seller, you could still put in a claim under goods and services that you never received the item, and you will get reimbursed. So I hope that's helpful. And that's with anything, anywhere, whether, I don't know, a Venmo office that, Venmo's part of PayPal, Cash App, write in, for goods and services if it's not an option. At least put something in saying that this is a business transaction to protect yourself. You had a 30-year-old ask me out and I burst out laughing. Oh, Black Eagle. This guy that was delivering equipment, hospital equipment, same thing, in his 30s. He kept looking at me, and then when he had to come back again, he's like, can I use your bathroom? I'm like, sure. He was in the bathroom for 20 minutes. I'm like, what is he doing in there? Taking a poop? I mean, he made himself at home. And my dad had a chuckle. He's like, he's got the hots for you. And I'm like, he's as old as my son. He's younger than my son. Ugh. He was a nice guy, but it's like, do your job, kid, all right? I think my mistake was, it was during the heat wave, and I asked him, would you like a bottle of cold water for the ride back? Oh, yes, and then his eyes just looked at me, and I'm just like, uh-oh. Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, I was flattered, I guess, but, I just couldn't see myself being with someone that young, at the same age as my kids, and introducing them to my family, to my kids. So, Mom, is he our stepbrother? Is he going to be our stepbrother or our stepfather? You know what I mean? Just like, no, we're not going to go there. Your cutoff is 10 years older than your son. That's good. You've got boundaries, see? Yes, that would be a huge help to the know. Black Eagle's officially off the love train forever. I'm still on it. I've been blessed. I'm a good guy. Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Not too far of a distance, a couple of hours. But when you get older, you're past the, oh, I need to see you. You know, I just have to be with you. You know, we're adulting. Yes, we all deserve the best. You prefer older men. I did too when I was younger, because they were more mature. But now, as around my same age, I'm cool with it. Maybe a little bit younger. Look, as long as that's for. I'll tell you it on Sexy Trivia Night. My story with the 50-year-old. My God, I thought he was gonna have a heart attack. I'm just sweating and you know. I'm like, is this it? This is after I lost my husband and started dating again. And I'm like, wow, like, this guy's gonna die right on top of me. Like, yes, that will be for another night. I think I've shared that story. He is a survivor. I will say that. He did survive. I didn't have to do what my neighbor did, you know, thinking someone was giving CPR to a dead corpse, naked corpse, but you know, I still like to be sexy and active, and as long as they're active and can be just as sexy, I'm good at any age. But you know, if you gotta work at it and you're getting short of breath and you know you're diaphoretic, I don't want to be responsible. And, you know, the older you get, it's like, you know, but, how do I put it? If it isn't going to be worthy enough of doing it or good enough, forget it. Forget it. I ain't got no time for that. You know what I mean? So, yes, we will do a sexy trivia night because those are fun. Those are so much fun. Bring your sexy. There's no charge. No charge at all to participate. Everyone's a winner. Everybody's a winner. Everybody. There's never any wrong answers. As long as you try, you are a winner. Black Eagle, come on. When you come to my sexy trivia nights, you are sexy. You are sexy. And if you're not sexy coming in, you'll be sexy going out. I guarantee it. Even Zelda can't wait. Oh, we learn a lot. A lot. We learn a lot and we laugh a lot. You know. And especially if you were brought up in that Catholic, Irish Catholic type home, and you know, or you were scared to have sex because you were just told don't do it, and you were made to feel ashamed or that it was something dirty, or you know what, Pink will break those barriers for alls and alls. People's not gotta leave the lights off. Oh, you can't see my body with the lights on. Of course you can. That's the most beautiful time. So you get to learn how to know your body, right? Introduce yourself to your body. Get a mirror. I'm not kidding. Get a mirror. Check yourself out. Everybody is beautiful. No matter what size, shape, everybody is beautiful. Shut up, Gandhi. Look, and I have received testimonials back. If I was a business and had a web page, the testimonials would blow you away. You have changed my sex life. Tawanda's in here. You know what's really weird? Is she here? I was just thinking about her this morning. Where is she? I don't think she's here. I was actually thinking about her this morning. No? Then why did you call her name out? What the hell? My mom worked OBGYN. She told me about an old lady had hanging lips clear down to her knees. Oh, God love her. God love her. Well, she deserves a good life, too. You know? She deserves the best.
There's a place for everyone in this life. Tawanda, what is it? Is she here? Look at 80 people in here. Oh, we're talking sex. Expect the number to go up. Love that movie so much. Secrets in the Sauce. By the way, the sauce and gravy debate is over. It was spaghetti sauce, or is it spaghetti gravy that you make, that the Italians make? So I asked a true 100% Italian, is it gravy or is it sauce? And I got a reply, ragu. Not the ragu crap in a jar, glass jars. Ragu. Ragu. So I kind of just slid into my shoes and was like, okay, okay. Yes, Linda, I am from Boston. How about you? Are you from the Boston area, the greater Framingham area? Black Eagle. Black Eagle, how do you say it? The greater Framingham, whatever. Metro Framingham area. Yes, I'm a certified girl. Oh, you live in Georgia now. But you were from Boston? You lived in, oh, Cloud Cuckoo Land. You lived in Boston for a year. Awesome. Oh, Linda, well, thanks for being here. I don't think I have a really heavy Boston accent. BBT does. She's another creator, BBT Boston. I think the further you are away from the city, you start pronouncing your R's a little bit. But Boston is like no R's, like ka. Like, who said to me the other day, I can't find my keys to my car. And they say, did you check your car keys? I go, check my what? Your car keys. Car keys. Your khaki pants. Car keys? And I'm like, is this a joke? I'm like, yes. Oh, so you lost your car keys and your car keys. We are massholes. We were voted the top 5 states out of the country that are the rudest. Memphis, Tennessee is in the top 5. I was very surprised with that. I always thought Tennessee had nice people. And we are rude mostly because of road rage and not allowing pedestrians to cross the street. But they jaywalk. Come on, they jaywalk. Boston, yeah. But a couple of years ago, we were voted #1 for sexiest accent. So that kind of evens it out that we're okay here. We have this thing, if we see pedestrians jaywalking, you know, it's like target practice. You look at someone and you kind of estimate how many points. 50 points. That's a 25-pointer, you know, if you were to hit them. It's all in fun, but we never do it. But they jaywalk, which means they don't always use a crosswalk to cross the street. So it's literally like playing dodgeball through the streets of Boston. You have a southern accent. You have an accent. I wouldn't knitting completely southern, but it sounds more normal than Boston, that's for sure. You want to go home so bad? Linda, I was at St. Anthony's feast last Sunday. The Feast of St. Anthony? Oh, the North End? OMG. Mike's Pastry? OMG. The food? OMG. I was there from 12 to like 8 o'clock at night. OMG. And I did a little videotape. Just sitting down having some Regina pizza. And we went to Ciao Roma restaurant that overlooked the oldest city square in the United States. Beautiful view, got right in. Outdoor dining is like a 2-hour wait. We had so much fun. Black Eagle used to live in Brooklyn. Oh, that's where the rich people are. Right on the border of Boston. On Route 9, near the dispensary that just opened. Chestnut Hill. Busy Bee Cafe. Oh. There used to be a restaurant down there on Route 9, just before you got right in our Chestnut Hill, called China Sales. It was everybody, people would travel to go to China Sales. Near a wildlife sanctuary. The Franklin Park Zoo? That's Jamaica Plain. Well, the fact that you lived in Brookline, I'm surprised you're even talking to me, you snob. So the yuppies started out at in Brookline. Stuck up, turtleneck, monogram sweaters, monogram pocketbooks, yeah, the checkered pants with the matching belt. You lived in Melrose. Melrose is nice. I love Jamaica. JP, let me tell you something. You know, Rosendale Square used to be a dump. I would be told never go there at nighttime. Don't even drive through there. A lot of residents from JP, the yuppies, back in the 90s, started buying out businesses, you know, and putting up coffee shops, tea shops, boutiques. You will not believe if you drive to Rosendale Square now. It is like another world. It is beautiful. And now you can't even touch Rosendale for housing. It is so expensive there for rent. So I get the yuppies, I thank them for that. You know, you see them all walking their dogs to Rosendale Square now with their turtlenecks, and you can pinpoint them out in a second. Dorchester, yeah, I was born in Dorchester, St. Margaret's. You know what? No, what time's it? I gotta get home. I said this is gonna be a short ride. I'm going with some people, so I gotta get my butt in action. I'm supposed to get an inspection sticker for my car, number 8. I have not yet done it. I'm a procrastinator, and I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe the next day. See, every year I do it, and if I can wait till the next month, I can get a sticker that says 9 on it. So now I'm ahead another month. I started with my stickers for April. And then I got one for May, then June, July, I'm up to August. So maybe if I go in September, I'll get a number 9 sticker. Yeah, thanks everyone for being around. Oh, 69 people. That's because we were talking sexy trivia. The never-ending goodbye. Never say goodbye, say see you later. So I've been told. But there's some people I would really like to give goodbye. And there's one thing I want you to remember, I'll leave you with. Don't wait till your deathbed to tell someone to F off. Tell them now. See you.